Okay, we're back into Chapter 3 again and some typesetting concepts. And in this video, I want to address a couple of things. One is how to select your text just by clicking, because I see a lot of students trying to click and drag, and it gets all messed up, and you go backwards, it selects the other way, and it gets to be a mess. The other thing is we want to see about doing spacing in between our paragraphs. How does that work? Because fine-tuning your paragraphs and making sure that they're legible, adding a little bit of airspace is a good thing. Okay, so first of all, we've got some paragraphs here, and I do want to actually, let's zoom in here. Oop. Let's get into InDesign first. All right, zooming in. And I do have some paragraphs here. As you can see, these paragraph returns, right? And if I had the soft return, I could select the whole thing all at once because they're still connected. Okay, so instead of clicking and dragging, and sometimes what you do if you miss something and then you go back to try and get it again, you go the other way, and that does not work very well. You don't have the whole thing. All right, and then you're trying and trying. And in Microsoft products, oh my gosh, it's worse because you end up rearranging your letters, so that's no good. In InDesign, I love it because we can use how many clicks to select these lines, and it takes a little bit of practice, but once you get it, I mean, I've been using the InDesign for, oh gosh, it's 2016 now, so about 11 years, and I've been doing typesetting and page layout for the past, digitally for the past about 20 years, and I've been a designer for about 30 years, so I used to have type set by other people and then have to paste it on a board. So this is a lot better, all right, a lot cleaner. Anyway, so if you click 2 times, 1, 2, I don't know if you can hear my clicks, but okay, so I'll count them. You can select one piece of text. Okay, so we're going to go and take a look at this a little bit closer here. All right, so 1, 2 gets you one word. All right, you can always select one letter by clicking and dragging on it, but if you go 2 clicks, 1, 2, you got one word. If you click 3 times, 1, 2, 3, then you are going to select a whole line. In fact, this doesn't make sense. Let's see if I can do one with a couple of lines of text. Okay, this one right here, create campaigns according to. These are 2 lines of text. If I do 1, 2, 3, you can see that I do the whole line of text. Okay, click 4 times and you have a paragraph. 1, 2, 3, 4, the entire paragraph. If you click, and this is not in your book apparently, if you click 5 times, click 5 times with your heels. I want to go home. Please take me home, Dorothy. Okay. 5 clicks, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, selects the entire text within a text box, okay? So easy peasy, but when you're first getting started, be patient because you will be practicing that. And in fact, if you get a chance after this video, throw in some text and practice away because it's going to speed up your production. All right, how important is it for us to do things fast? When you're on the job, you may feel awkward at first, but believe me, you will be flying by the seat of your pants because deadlines are everything, and the faster you can do this, then the better off that you're going to be. Okay, so we need some space in between the lines, and 2 lines of text, like for instance this create campaigns, let's zoom in here, according to strategic marketing plans. Okay, so each of these, this line here and then the following line, in between these lines right here, and even on a paragraph that goes multiple lines, well, that is called leading from one line to another line. And what it means is we're going basically from the baseline. See that? We learned about baselines. And it's not ridiculous to learn baselines. It's good. From one baseline to the next baseline. So if I were to draw a line here. From baseline here, okay, come on, I'm trying to get a a line segment here, okay? So come on, you. No, not good. All right, so from baseline, and let's duplicate that to baseline, okay? In between those, that is a number of points. This is called your leading, and leading is not the space between one line from the bottom of that line, which look at these letter Y and stuff like that. It's not like from here to here in between, okay? It's from baseline to baseline because that is much more reliable than anything else, okay? So when we look at that type of aspect of it, baseline to baseline, your leading, if I were to highlight the text here, you'll see in the control panel or again in our character panel. A lot of times I go to the character panel because there's more options there than what I see here. But in any case, we're looking at right here, the leading, okay? The A on top of an A, it's from baseline to baseline. Okay, another little trick for setting that sort of thing, you can click on the symbol, okay? Then that highlights your text as long as it's some sort of box that we can type something into, you can click on it. I wish all Adobe products did that, but this does. So let's set the leading on this one to maybe 16 because it's like 14 something. Press enter and you can see here I have more space in between the lettering. We could do it to all of this and go to 16, click on my symbol. Come on baby. It's not doing it. There we go. 16 and press return or enter, and now all of it is, but it's still not good because I need something between these paragraphs, okay? So here when I went and did the leading, you control your text, and in your control panel, look, I've got character formatting controls. You've got the A, and then you've got the backwards looking P, which is basically your paragraph. So if I click on the paragraph, which is the same thing as doing the character panel or the paragraph panel, that difference there. So the paragraph panel, now that's a toggle, we can get into alignment, which is towards the left-hand side here, and we have spacing in these next boxes right here. Now what I'm looking for usually is space after. We have two controls right here. This one being space before, and if you hover over these, you can see what's going on. Space after. Space before I rarely use. Microsoft products have this too, but it's really annoying to try and find all this stuff. It's much easier in a page layout program like Indesign or Quark Express. So I usually use space after, all right? So if I wanted to type something in, like this is in terms of inches. Well, what if I want points? Let's say I want 6 points in between instead of anything in inches. So then let's type in 6 and then PT for points and press enter, and you're going to see a difference here. Okay? In between the paragraphs, yeah, now it looks like we're spacing everything out. Okay, but that's not really true. Take a look at this one with a soft return on it. Okay, and what if I were to take all, you can select Command A to select all, and what if I were to go back and type in something like really close, like 15 point type, for a leading, okay? And you can see here, there's still space after every actual paragraph, but see here with the soft return, it keeps it with its other line, okay? So that kind of spacing fine-tunes what we have. The other thing is that I like to show is that how do I get it so that this line I have a different leading than this line? Okay, if I select like the first line and I start making the leading bigger, it's really not going to make any difference, okay? So in fact, let's put that back down. But the one underneath it, okay, and you're going to see this is a soft return. Then if I start doing that, what it does is the leading above it. So that's something that gets kind of crazy and spins out of control. So it's the line above it that I do the actual leading. Now this is not doing space after. This is the leading itself. And I'm only selecting one paragraph that I'm doing the leading to, okay? So if I want the leading to change on a different paragraph, that's what I would do. But in any case, the very first one, no, it's not going to do anything. Okay, that's it for spacing and selecting your text. Let's move on to the next video, and we'll do some drop caps and a couple of fancy little controls.